Weezer Undone, aka the Sweater Song. Alright, and just a special note for this song, if you're trying to play along with the recording is actually in E flat, okay? So you would have to take everything and just drop it down a half step. Alright, otherwise it would just sound half a step off. But I'm just keeping it standard regular tuning, and we'll just roll with that. Alright, so let me just play through all the different sections here. And at the very end, I'll go back through, give you all the details and a walkthrough. Pretty please hit that subscription button, help out the channel, help me out. That'd be really cool of you. Alright, and let's get into this. Okay, so we're going to start here at the 3 on the E here. Hit that as the bass note, and then we do 2 on the D, 3 on the G, open B. Okay, next we just take that bass note on the 3E, drop it down to 3A, and just pick the exact same 2, 3 open. Okay, next part, we're just going to take exactly what we have here, slide it up 2 frets. Okay, so now we got 5 on the A, 4 on the D, 5 on the G, and keeping that open B. Alright, and then wrap the whole thing up by just going back to the previous spot. 3 on the A, 2D, 3G, open B. Once the vocals come in for the verse here, we just switch to just strumming chords. Alright, so we're just going to do a G chord. Alright, just 4 strums for a measure. Okay, C chord, 4 strums. D chord, 4 strums. Back to C chord. Alright, once the chorus comes in, kick on the distortion, overdrive, what have you, and we just do basically power chords from what we just did in the verse. Okay, so G power chord here, 3 on the E, 5 on the A and D, 4 strums. Okay, now we go down to a C power chord, but we can keep that 3 on the E too, just to make it sound bigger. Okay, so 3 on the E, 3 on the A, 5 and 5 on the D and G here. Okay, up 2 frets for the D power chord. Okay, and just back down to the 3 for the C. Okay, and the only special note with the chorus, once we get towards the end of the song, there's a little addendum that happens at the end of it. Basically, we just go through our G, C, D, and then once we get back to that NC, we hit that twice. Alright, but then we're just going to throw in this really quick B flat power chord. Okay, here at the 6 E, 8 on the A and D. Alright, and we just hit it twice. Just a fun little thing that happens towards the end there. Alright, so it sounds like this. Alright, now we get into the one of a couple solos here that will take up the bulk of this tutorial. Alright, so we'll start here, and there's a key shift that happens. We'll get into that with the rhythm part afterwards. Alright, but we're going to be up here at the 3 on the G, and we're going to be playing around with that and a 5 on the D here for a bit. So we hit the 3 3s on the G really quick, and then to a 5 D. Back to the 3 G. Alright, and then a quick 3 G 5 D. Alright, and then we just kind of repeat what we just did. 3 3s on the G, 5 D, back to 3 G. Alright. Alright, and then just kind of switch it to a 5D, 3G. Alright, so we're just kind of like playing around with a bunch of 3s, hit the 5, bunch of 3s, kind of hit it back and forth. It'd just be something like this. Okay, that type of deal. And we'll do it one more time in the next measure. Okay, but now we do a little scale up. We go 3 5 G, and then we're going to bend on the 3 B. Okay, hit it once, bend it, release it. Release it, and we do a little scale down. 5 3 2 on the G, 5 3 on the D. Okay, so that last part would be. Alright, so let's just try this section up to tempo. Alright, next part here, we're kind of doing similar notes, you know, just writing at 3 5 on the D and G here. We do a 3 5 D, couple 3s on the G. Okay, 5 3 on the D. Do a bend on the 5 G, hit it, release it. Okay, 5 to 3 on the G, 5 to 3 on the D. Okay, so that first measure. Alright, next part, we do a 5 bend on the G, release, back to 5. Okay, 3 G, and then we're going to bend 6 on the B. Bend it, hit it, release it. Okay, so. Okay, come off to 3 B, 5 3 G. Alright, so let's just do this whole thing up to tempo now. Alright, now we're going to do this big kind of scaling up of octave notes here. Alright, so we'll start where we were with our 3 G, slide it up to 5, and then here we're going to be wanting to hit 8 on the E. Alright, and we're just going to keep this shape throughout this whole scaling up where whatever note we're hitting on the G, we're going to hit a note on the E that's 3 frets higher, okay? Because we want that octave going on. So we got 5 and 8, hit it a couple times, bring it up to 7 and 10, a couple times. 8 and 11, 10 and 13, 12 and 15, okay, 14, 17, 15 and 18, 17 and 20. Gonna need a lot of frets here. Okay, now we're going to come back down. We go 15 and 18, 14 and 17, hit the 12 and 15, right, and then finish on 10 and 13. Okay, so it's just going to take a little bit of getting used to find those spots, but we're just coming up and then coming back down part of the way. Okay, so it sounds something like this. Next section, we get this little riff where we're going to be 15 on the B, going between 12 on the G. Okay, so we go 15, 12, 15. Hit a 12D, back to the 15B, 12G, 15B. Now we do 12, 10 on the G. Okay, just kind of a funky little riff here. Alright, now we come up. Next part of this, we bend 15 on the E, hold it for a moment at the top of the bend. Okay, and then we do a pull off 15 to 13 on the E. Alright, come all the way up, hit 18, bend that on the E, hold it, release it. Alright, now we do 17, 15 E, 15 D. Okay, so let's just do this whole thing up to speed now. Alright, and after the solo, the chorus comes back in, but the solo guitar is kind of sustaining through, and then it adds this little scale here. Alright, where we're going to be on the B string, and we just do 13, slide that to 12, okay, 10 to 8, 10 to 12, back to 8. Alright, something like this. Alright, and as I mentioned before, with the rhythm part during the solo, there's a key shift. Okay, so basically it's playing that exact chorus riff, but we're just going to bring it up to, instead of 3rd fret here at the G, we're going to bring it up to the 6th for the A sharp 5. And with this, we can kind of add some like blues stuff here, where we're going between like the 5 of the chord, the 5 of the chord, and the 6 of the chord. Okay, so it's like that. For this instance, it would be 8 to 10 on the A. Just that kind of basic blues riff that. Okay. Alright. You could be kind of loose with it. Alright. So we're hitting that for that A sharp, and then of course we're going to drop it down a set, keeping that 6th bass note up top to make it big. But here we're just going to go 8 and 10 on the D with 6A and the 6E. Okay, and then same deal, bring it up 2 frets, we're up at the F, so we're going between 10 and 12 on the D now, with the 8s on the E and A, and then right back to that D sharp, okay, at the 6th fret with the 8 and 10 on the D. Alright, so that's what's going on with the second guitar during the solo. Alright, and then we get this outro guitar coming over the top of the chorus and all that, and it's just kind of doing some more of those octave notes, but we're going to jump up to the A and the G string here, okay? So this will just be wherever we are in the A, 2 frets higher on the G, okay? So it's going to start here at the 10 and the 12, and it's just kind of going on beat for the most part, because we'll hit a bunch of these 10s and 12s here, about 8 of them. Alright, come over to 9 and 11 a couple times, 7 and 9 a couple times, slide it down to 5 and 7 a couple times. Okay, so try this now. Alright, and you're going to want to go through this section, a couple times. Alright, and then we bring it up way up high. We're going to come all the way up. Like I said, you're going to want some good fret access for whatever guitar you're using here. So 17 on the A, we'll do 19 on the G. We're going to hit that, about 5 times. Okay, go down to 15 and 17 a couple times. Go to 14 and 16 a few times. Come back up to 15 and 17. Down to 12 and 14. Alright, so we're just kind of playing around with these octave notes still. It sounds like this up to speed. Alright, and then we get down to our previous spot at the 10 and the 12. Hit that about 8 times. Alright, and now we're going to jump up to 12 and 14, and you want to start double timing it. Alright, so we're going more about like eighth notes instead of quarter notes. Alright, and then just bring that up 1 fret, so we're at the 13 and the 15. Okay, so it's just kind of building up now. Alright, now we're going to bring it up to that higher set that we played around during the solo. Alright, so 15 on the G, up 3 frets on the E for the 18. Okay, getting that octave still. And this, we're just basically, at this point, we're just kind of wailing away on this, as fast as we want to go. Alright, so we'll be right there, and then after a measure's worth, then we'll bring it up to 17 and 20. Okay, so it's just something like this. Alright, and you would want to go through that about 3 times. And once you get onto that 3rd time, when we come back up to the 17 and 20, you can just start bending it, and things just get kind of crazy and hectic at that point, and you can just start making noise and feedback and all that fun stuff. Okay, so it sounds something like this. Alright, and at the very end, we just get this higher voicing of the main riff. And basically you just play it this way where, you just take it the same way past the 12th fret. So we'll be at the 15, E, 14 on the A, 15 on the D. Okay, we'll be on the 15 of the E, 14 of the D, 15 of the G, and we can just keep using that open B. Alright, and just pick through that like we would that normal main riff. But you want to throw on some like tremolo effect, and I'll leave you a link in the description for all the effects I use and all that stuff if you want to check it out. Alright, so let's get that effect going and just pick through it the same as the regular riff. Okay. And then just, of course, take that 15 bass note, drop it down to the A now. So we're 15, 14, 15. Okay, take that shape, bring it up 2 frets. We're 17, 16, 17. And then just back down to 15, 14, 15. Okay, just a fun, higher voiced with some tremolo on this. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.